Hello there! In today's video, Paris and Ella take on another IELTS speaking test. This time, all about clothes and fashion. I've included a list of useful vocabulary to help boost your score. Watch closely and see how many of these words Paris uses in her answers. Need definitions? Check the comment section below. Alright, let's dive in.
What's your favorite type of clothing to wear?
I love jeans generally and like the fabric as well. So if it's cold, jeans, my favorite or I might go to. But if it's cold, like it's summertime and it's hotter, then I would go for shorts and simple tops, colorful tops.
Do you prefer dressing up or dressing down? Why?
Dressing up, because usually you wear casual outfits. So when there's a party or something like a celebration or a special occasion, I'd like to fancy it up.
What's the most expensive item of clothing you've ever bought? Was it worth the price?
My winter jacket, because you live in Toronto in Canada, so you gotta make sure that you have a proper winter jacket that is comfortable, not too heavy, and also can take up to like -30, at least feels like temperatures. So it's really lightweight and it's really warm. I love it, and it was definitely worth the price.
What's one accessory you couldn't live without? Why is it so important to you?
Watches in general. I love watches. I have plenty of them. I match them to the color, to my outfit, like more fancy, more casual. Of course, my smartwatch. Now that I've got this one, I spend more time wearing it because it gives me a lot of information about my health, my sleep patterns. But I think I have to always be wearing a watch.
Describe a piece of clothing that you love. You should say what it is, when you first bought it or wore it, how often you wear it, and why you think this piece of clothing is so great. Alright, give yourself a minute here to think and take notes. You ready? Let's go.
A piece of clothing that I adore is my leather jacket. And there's a story behind it. When I was living in Bogota, I had a Colombian friend, and he told me he knows this tailor. So I thought, we should check it out. And leather jackets in Colombia are generally really good quality and a lot cheaper than you would buy them in, let's say, US or Canada. So we went there, we had our measurements done, taken, and then it's tailor-made, it's beautiful. It's different type of leather, so it's a lot softer than you get. I think there's a difference. I mean, there's a difference between how the leather, what animal it comes from. I'm not sure, but it's really soft and comfortable. It's not warm, so I only wear it spring, fall. That's my favorite time of the year to wear it. I wear it almost all the time when I can. I like wearing it with boots and jeans. It's black, so it goes with almost anything. And it's really comfortable, but it's also stylish. And just every time I've worn it, people complimented me on it, and they always ask me where you got it. And it's kind of like I like to show off a little bit. I'm like, I had it tailor-made to me, and that's why it fits so well. And the style is kind of so usually you get like the collar and lots of zips and heavy jackets with leather looks, but this is very soft around the edges, no collar. The zip is very simple, and there's no pocket, so it's like a simple look. And that's why I like it, because if I wore it with like more fancy clothes, it still fits and looks good.
Do Do you think technology has improved the clothing industry or has it made things worse? Why?
I think technology has helped us a lot with producing more comfortable, recyclable fabrics for clothing. And I read that recently Japan has come up with jackets that have got like a fan inside, so like cooling down, better insulation for colder temperatures as well. So in that perspective, a lot better. Maybe it hasn't helped the fast fashion industry, but generally better.
Do people in your country ever use social media to get fashion inspiration or advice?
Oh, 100%. I mean, Instagram, obviously, TikTok, Pinterest. I see people all the time looking at, styling suggestions, and it's such a big thing because trends are changing all the time, and people want to keep up with the trends. I would say Canada overall is not as trendy as the US when it comes to fashion. But I can see that like in the streets, when you look at what's popular at the moment, you can see that people are inspired by the same celebrity social media pages, popular influencers.
How do you think current fashion trends in your country compare with the way people dressed 20 years ago?
I think there's always the retro look. You can see things are coming back, like people are wearing clothes that maybe 10 years ago, 20 years ago, celebrity used to wear. The look of jeans, for example, it was very popular a while ago, and now we can see people are wearing the same style again. And fashion goes through a cycle. There's always things that make a comeback. And as creative as you can be with fashion, there's always going to be some inspiration from the classics. So it's like it is a cycle, but occasionally you would see new trends, new colors, new looks, or maybe the fabric is changing because the technology is changing.
How do you think the clothes we normally wear could change in the future?
I think there's a lot of pressure on fast fashion, and as governments are putting more restrictions and going towards a more environmentally friendly outlook and perspective, there might be more recyclable fabrics, more tolerant, durable items, and maybe it could be more towards kind of recycling, re-wearing, and what's that? Like thrift stores are making a comeback. So I think that's what's going to happen, hopefully, in the future.
Great job! You've made it to the end of this lesson. There are many more useful videos on the channel, so be sure to check them out here. And don't forget to subscribe to stay tuned for future lessons. Happy learning, everybody!